Hey everybody and welcome back. My name is Sue and I'm from OML Embroidery, and today we're going to do something a little different. It is a sew along, so we will be sewing along, but first we're going to talk about quilts and upcoming videos. So this is the ice cream cone quilt, and if you didn't see it finished, here it is. And I love it. That went straight up on the wall upstairs, and I love it. The colors are amazing. Hi, Misha. Leah says, good morning, Sue. Betty Turner, hello. Patty, hello. Everyone's here. Oh, yeah, by the way, Karina has made some cinnamon rolls for everyone, and here they are. So enjoy them. Thanks, Karina. Did you put it up?
Yay.
Thanks, Karina. They look delicious. She sent it to me like 5 minutes before we started, so I kind of giggled at that. So, yay. We can all enjoy those. I haven't seen it come up yet.
It was up.
Oh. Yep, there it is. All right. Just delay. Don't they look good? I can smell them almost from here. Yes, I said, thanks, Karina. Now I'm freaking hungry. And she responded to me and said, hashtag sorry, not sorry. And I feel I deserved that.
Probably did.
I probably did. I do that so often. So awesome. Karina, stop it. She says they're still warm. So we will be sewing along at doing the sashing. Now, I didn't do the sashing because I found this perfect fabric, and I read along the edge where it has written, and I loved it, and it said Tula Pink. So I'm like, score! I didn't know that. I know. I freaked out. Dawn, you gotta come look. So let's talk about threads. So I have here from Dime, and it's called the Carlsbad Collection.
Can't read that.
I know.
Okay.
So these are the colors that are in the variegated thread. So what it makes is something that's perfectly matched. So I used the variegated thread only in the background, and then I used a combination of whatever threads. And this is Kona. I had five charm squares, and it worked out perfectly. So these ones were fantastic to use. I think it's really cool because you don't have to color match anything. So we have a little bit of a different view for you today, and we are gonna go through some of the color packs of thread that I have. I think it'd be really cool. So the first one, don't change cameras, and this is called the Logan Collection. So this is the variegated one, and it's made up of all of these colors. Isn't that one pretty?
I love that.
I think the variegated thread, this would have worked really well on the ice cream cone.
See, and that orange in there is the odd color that you would never expect.
Never expect that there's orange. You have to really look. We found this fascinating, actually, what colors were in this.
When
So
we found out there was lime green and that other one.
I know. Now this one is called the Nashville Collection. And this is all blues. Isn't that one pretty? And it's pretty much exactly what you'd expect for blues. So this one is the variegated. I'm going to try to always put the variegated on the top here. Isn't that beautiful though? I think these are very rich colors. But I think that's so cool. So variegated thread and matching. What is next? It is Paris Collection. This one would be perfect for fall. Isn't that cool? So the dark, like burnt orange, a light orange, a gold orange, and kind of a yellow. I actually really like that yellow. Isn't that neat? I love that. And it almost looks like there's a purple in there, but it's this color. I may have picked purple just looking at it. Isn't that neat? Not too many reflections. Hopefully you guys are getting good view of the colors. So now this one is the Seattle Collection, and wow, do I love this one. It's green. It's all greens. Isn't that cool? This, you could see the colors very boldly, and there's that lime green again. You gotta love it, and it looks amazing in here. Dark, kind of like an OD green. Misha says, ooh, that one would be perfect for my fall quilt I need to make. It's really a nice way of setting it up, and the quilts look fantastic when you mix and match like that.
I like that. I might steal that from you.
The greens,
Yep, I like
they're
that one.
they're beautiful colors, aren't
If
they?
it goes missing, don't come looking in my office.
Don't touch. Don't touch. Don't worry, I got more. This one is called the Caramel Collection, and you can see why. Isn't that a cool grouping of colors? I love that the variegated, it doesn't necessarily look like it's made up of these in it. It's like cool. So I like that. That could also be a fall collection. It's got all the kind of fall colors in it. I really like that one. I really do. So yeah, that's a bright yellow, orange, kind of like a pale green, and a pale purple. That's the one you don't expect to be in there, but looks amazing. So we're just making piles here. We've only got a few more to go. This one is Miami Collection. And this is the variegated here. And I think it would look darling. Stitched out, I think it would look...
a lot more subtle.
It is, but you can, if you look really close to it, I don't think you guys can get any closer.
You can see the change slightly.
Yeah, I think it's fantastic. Now this is an incredible pink. This is for you, Lynn. Rose, kind of a yellowy color, which is interesting, and then a light pink. I would never guess this color, but cool. This one is a very striking one. It's called Cape Town Collection. This one's really cool. You can see a lot of the purple in it. So it's purple and orangey, and this is kind of like an off-white, kind of beige green color and dark brown, but look how that looks.
I like it.
Yeah, it's a really interesting combination of colors. I really like it.
You
It
have
shows
a lot
up.
of variegated threads.
Yes, I love variegated threads. I love, Robin says, I want them all. Yeah, they were on sale, and that's precisely what I did. I'm just telling you, I just did. Like, yep, I want them all. So this one is Savannah Collection. And this one is subtle as well, but can you picture this for like a baby quilt or something?
Yeah, that'd be good for that.
Yeah, and it's kind of subtle here, but you can see the color changes. So yellow, very light mint green, blue, and pink. And I think it would be perfect for that. Isn't that cool?
Very cool.
I like it. I like it. So again, this is
Very
the...
cool, variegated. Oh, shut up.
So this one is really nice too. What's it called? Sedona Collection. So this one is all like earthy sand colors. And it's funny, when I look at this one, it looks like purple in it,
Yeah.
which is weird. There isn't any purple in it. So it's a pale pink, kind of a pale yellow, a little bit brighter yellow, and a brown. And it looks amazing. So that could be earthy kind of colors.
Nice.
Sue, do you sell the mug that you have on the screen? Yes, it's right in merch. You guys never seen... Oh, I guess you guys always see it from the top.
On YouTube, yeah.
This is our OML Embroidery gang logo mug. So I was thinking, what? Yes, I do. And this is the last one, and it's going to be right up there with one of the best. You ready for this? This is the Rio Collection. And wow.
I like that.
Isn't that nice? Isn't that
Yeah,
nice?
those colors come together nice on that.
Again, this looks purple, but it isn't. It's the hot pink, a nice bright blue, turquoise, and kind of a greeny yellow. Isn't that awesome?
It's amazing how those colors come together like that.
This one would be really fun to use. I guess this is a green. It's not neon green. Where did you get the thread packaged this way? It is from Dime. See down at the bottom? It is from Dime. I do have an affiliate code. Use it or not or whatever. I just love just about everything from Dime, but this made me really happy. And it all stemmed from this collection. I had this one thread, and Dawn and I were trying to figure out the colors because I thought it would be really cool to, you know, have all the colors in it. And we couldn't figure it out. We missed the lime green completely. Totally.
Because it does not look like there's lime green in it.
It does not look like there's lime green in it. That's for darn sure.
It looks like orange, red, and yellow.
Yeah, and it's not red, it's pink,
Yeah.
actually. But this is the lime green. And it's like, wow. So this is where it all stemmed from. And then I got the one, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's going to make everything easier for me. So a lot of fun, a lot of threads, some subtle, some not so subtle. All of them are gorgeous. So
Brenda says, I really want the new Skin Tones collection.
yeah, isn't that beautiful? They did that on Thursday. Absolutely beautiful. Excuse me, reaching in front of the camera. I just got to move some of these. So I think this one is probably one of the best ones.
Yep.
Earthy colors, fall colors. Now, coming up this week on the sewing verse, a nice good view of this. I sewed this together. And I'm going to show you guys how to make this amazing connection right here. You really can't even tell almost. And how to fix it. So if you're off a little bit, how to fix it without ripping out the whole entire thing.
If you lay it flat, we can do a full-on shot of it.
Okay, well, I guess
Just the monkey. Sorry.
there. Yeah. Isn't that beautiful?
That's awesome.
So, yeah, this is coming up on the sewing verse. I've edited it. I just have to load it up on YouTube. Probably coming at you at Wednesday is my guess. So isn't that pretty? So if you can, this is why I'm always saying that embroidery goes along with sewing. So you should get better at the sewing because this makes it. This absolutely makes the design look even better because they match. And I picked something hard to start with because it is kind of hard to match up just satin stitches. So, what?
Is your affiliate code linked in the description?
It probably is. I don't know. I never changed the description, but if you go on to omlembroidery.com, even on the first page, it's on the right-hand side or at the top. So, yes. So, this is something we're going to be working on, and if you didn't see the video for this, this is Anita Good Design, new from the All Access this month, and it's paper-pieced florals, and I am in love with this. I am in love. So, make sure you catch that video coming up because it's easy to do this. It's easy. It might take you a couple tries, but it's all about the pinning. So, yes, that's what we're going to be learning on the sewing verse. So, for today, we are going to keep working on our ice cream cones because I really think this is gorgeous. And I'm really happy with the thread colors. Can you imagine doing the whole design like with the greens? Can you imagine that? That would be gorgeous, wouldn't it?
Awesome, yeah.
I think it would be great. I think it would. Any of the colors. It's just a whole lot of fun, and it just increases my absolute love for variegated thread. It makes it even better. So I wanted to show you guys one last thing about the thread. So I plan on keeping these together. Now I've obviously taken them out of the package to use it. But you do get the name card. You on the side? Yeah. The name card. And let's see if I can show you how thick it is.
Yeah, it's pretty thick.
It's really thick. Like you can't bend it. It's not just paper. You're not going to break it or anything. And I just laid it like this, and I just put my thread on top. Now, if you noticed on the front here, it tells you all the numbers that go with it. So if you misplace one, you can go find it and look for it. So it's quite clear.
Yeah, you want to make sure you keep that card handy.
Yeah, keep that card. It's, like I said, really thick. And that's how I'm storing them in one of my thread drawers. You could just keep them in order and keep the cards as a reference or something like that. But I think it's important to, keep everything in order. So you can see the whole ice cream cone. So this is what makes this one really awesome, is all of the thread. I'm so happy with it. I don't know what to say. Even without the sashing, I think it's absolutely gorgeous.
It turned out amazing.
Yeah, and a lot of it is the design, but the rest of it is the colors. Like the colors are just so bold, and it's really neat that they all completely match. So I think it's a lot of fun. So I'm really happy how this turned out. I'm glad I stitched it. They go pretty quickly, so, and it's a lot of fun. And I think we should make a mug rug out of one of them, and I can show you guys how to do that.
And it says, look at that hot pink.
It's hot pink, and it's Tula hot pink. So I'm like, I looked through my stash because I was looking for any of these colors. I mean, of course, I do have a little bit of lime green because it's Halloween. But when I found this, I'm like, yeah, it's the pink that I want. So much fun.
Isabel says if you use that green variegated pack on your ice creams, then it would be St. Patrick's ice creams.
Oh, isn't that awesome?
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you could do that. Now, same design, different thread colors, and it could be awesome.
They have a Halloween pack too. You could have Halloween ice creams.
Everything's Halloween ice cream. Everything. Or Christmas. I mean, why not? You could sew on some Christmas buttons here and there, or do some nice quilting in the edge. I didn't do any quilting. I was going to use my Kimberbell clear blue tiles, but it's Tula pink, so I left it. It's as simple as that. It's Tula pink, and I left it. I just wanted the focal point to be on the ice creams and the bright colors as opposed to the outside. So I just left it. And here's the back. It's lovely. Stitch in the ditch. All of that. So go ahead and grab this design. It is on omlembroidery.com, and it still should be on sale. I'm not 100% sure. But it's a lot of fun. You get all the blocks and the 2 sashing blocks, which we're going to head on over to the machine momentarily, and we're going to get stitching the sashing blocks. So I'm just looking, and I don't have thread in my machine. So yeah, I don't know why. I guess I was keeping it together. So yeah, and every time you purchase anything from OML Embroidery, we roll it back into the channel so we can have awesome camera views like this that fully showcase the bright colors and all the details. Misha says it's still on sale. I think it's on sale until tomorrow, the 20th. So you still have a day to get it on sale. And I think it's priced very competitively. It's like $9.99, which I think is awesome. Look, you can even see the details in my nails. That is like groovy, isn't it?
Nails.
Yeah, you can see. So yeah, we just try to make everything better for you guys. So keep on keeping on. Make sure you like the video, share with everyone. Stampin' Sue says if you turn it upside down, it looks like a gnome. It kind of does, yeah. Yeah.
A little bit.
Leah says, oh, heading over later to check it out. Yeah. Any support you guys can give. If you don't want to or can't purchase designs, then watch all the videos, give them a like, give them a share. That is just as valuable as anything else. It helps me, keep the channel going. So I hope you guys get ice cream cones, and you could either do it as a table runner. I wanted to have the kind of look, wall hanging kind of look, so that's why I put them together. But you could do them long ways and make a table runner, ice cream table runner. Yeah. It's wonderful. It's wonderful. So,
it's very cool.
I
want to see more ice creams posted in the group.
Yes, that would be nice, wouldn't it? The testers really had a whole bunch of fun doing this. Another new camera, great view, and it's so clear. Yes, we finally found what we wanted for cameras. This camera here is the Captain Jack face cam, we call it. So, yeah, there we go. I just turned it around for this, and it really does make a difference having really good cameras. You can even see here, the hot pink and kind of a dark burgundy in the print,
yes,
which is awesome.
And Judy Quilt can see the fuzzies even better now.
Oh, I know. That's okay. It was up on the wall. You're going to put it back up on the wall, I hope, Dawn? Yes. So, okay, let's get stitching some sashing. And I'm going to show you guys how easy it is to get that done. So let me just pick a color, any color, a dark color. What's that?
The machine is up.
Ah, good. Well, let me just thread said machine. Now, the sashing is made up of, it's almost like a checkerboard kind of look. And it's folded fabric, so it looks awesome. And there's two different sashings because there's two different edging. So you want to make sure you get the right one because it's 5x7 hoop, so 5x7. So you got to make sure you have the long ones and the short ones, the smaller ones.
Thank you, Isabel.
But it's pretty cool. Thank you, Isabel.
She says thanks for a touch of summer in the winter.
Yeah, I know. It's awesome. So for this, the sashing, they're super easy to make. You could do a whole bunch of them really quickly, and they really do look great because it's a checkerboard. Now, one of our testers did a double layer of the checkerboard sashing, and it's awesome. It looks really good. So as we normally do, this is the cutaway, no-show mesh cutaway, and I trim it down just for the camera. You don't do that. 7511 needle as usual. I have batting and a couple pieces of fabric. Oh my, we can't see the eyes. What the heck? She's so pretty. See if we can tuck it back there. See why I trim it down? And I'm just going to use black thread simply so you guys can see it. So let's get started. Now these are the shorter end ones. And you do one of these sashing blocks for every block that you do. So you can see this one is shorter. Now I tried orienting them properly so you guys could see maybe a little bit better. So it's a really cute effect with the checkerboard. I think it would have been really cute if I had done it in the hot pink Tula pink and the black. But I just wanted Tula pink, what can I say? So warm and natural batting, that's all I'm using. You'll be surprised at how quickly this goes though, it's awesome. And it's going to stitch down twice so we have a nice hold, which is great. Linda, thank you very much. I'll read that in just a sec. I can't quite see it from here.
So it's been way too long since I've been able to be here with you all. Sue, your work is awesome. Love the motivation.
All right. Thank you very much. And glad you're back. Can we go back to the desk, Don? Yeah. All right. We're just going to cover over. So if you have your batting pre-cut, you know, you could get a good couple out of these ones. So it's easy. Bob and check. I didn't. I should have enough for this, though. It's kind of, you know, living on the edge a little bit. I do like to live on the embroidery edge some days. Hopefully we're not going to do any fabric chicken, because I don't intend on doing that. So trim it up as best as you can. We just want to keep it out of our seam allowance because it makes it too thick for sure. So thanks, Linda. I appreciate that. Every little bit helps. So, Dawn, let's go back to the machine. I'm going to grab my fabric. Now, when you're doing folded fabric, a couple things to remember. The first piece that you lay down is always going to be applique, and then you fold away after. So we're going to put down an applique piece, and super easy. And I'm going to hopefully set it up so I don't have to trim it. See how I can do, because there's going to be an overlap here. And that'll make it even faster if you're doing a whole bunch of them. So make sure seam allowance, seam allowance, seam allowance. So all the outside edges have seam allowance. That's the first thing to remember. You could also fussy place this. I think it would look good. So just laying it there, and I should be able to get a couple out of these. It'd be nice to showcase the flowers. So that's perfect. Absolutely perfect, and those are some nice sewing lines. So I'm just going to leave this one, and we're going to trim it out after, which is awesome. So the next step is it's going to outline the next piece so you can creatively do some fabric chicken if you want. So it's just placement. They don't always do placement, but it's a good thing to do. Now, we're not going to worry about that. I knew that was going to happen. The line that we're concerned about is this one. So the next step is just one straight line, and we're going to place our folded fabric, and we need the same outside seam allowances. Make sure you get the correct line. It's not this one. And if I had trimmed, you could trim it up, but you could see better. It's the inside one that we just did. So make sure you get the right line. And I'm just going to place my fabric down, face down in the opposite direction that you're going to flip. That's all you have to remember for the flipping. If you need to, you know, get a good sign of it, that's how you're going to do it. So sometimes I get mixed up, and if it's a weird shape that we're doing the folded fabric, I make sure it's always going to fit. Now, obviously, I've got a big scrap piece here, so I know it's going to fit. But if you're doing, you know, really weird shapes, you might want to do that. Now, the last step, we're going to take this, and we're going to flip over And you can iron it. Look at that nice line right
folded
there.
fabric.
Yeah, isn't it beautiful? And it looks like you pieced it together. That's what I like about it. So I am just going to finger press it down. It looks good. Kind of sticks to the batting, which is lovely. And then we're just going to sew it down. And I think this looks great. You could do scraps. You could just do, you know, a whole bunch of bright colors. So what did that take? Like 5 minutes at the most? I mean, that's super easy. And that is one block.
So this sashing, that's the sides of the table runner?
Yes. The long sides, if you're looking at the table runner. Back to the desk, yes.
Yeah.
And now at this point, you can pop it out, and I'll show you how it fits, which is great. Now, I saved myself time by not trimming everything. So you want to trim it down now because you don't want all this stuff around you. And leave a seam allowance, 1/4 of an inch. You can use a ruler if you want. You can make piles of them and take them to a rotary cutter and get them done really quickly. But don't cut yourself short on the seam allowance. All right, so I would reuse these scraps, but for now we're just going to get them out of the way. And, you know, you obviously have to make a whole bunch of them, but this is how it fits right in here. And it's super cute. And then you could put the next one here. So do them all the same way. You could turn it around if you want. Now, you can see the size difference here. It doesn't quite make it for here. So this is the other sashing that you want to make sure you use. I mean, you wouldn't be able to sew that on there, so you'd wonder. But make sure you make the correct ones, a short one and a long one. But that would look cute too, wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I think it would. And it's nice and puffy. And you could quilt it afterwards if you wanted to. I just left it plain because I thought it would look good like this. So can you picture the outside checkerboard with all sorts of different bright colors? I think it would be really neat.
What stabilizer are you using now?
Just the usual cutaway, the same as I use for any blocks. It's no-show mesh cutaway because we really want it to last forever. So that's what you want to use. Nothing else, just cutaway. If you don't have the no-show mesh, you can use any cutaway. It doesn't matter. If it's thick, obviously it's going to have a different feel. I like it because it's soft. It's soft. Now everyone asks me what brand I use, and I use, it's called Super Punch is the name of the company, and they're here in Canada, which is nice, but I'm pretty sure he has stuff on Amazon.com, and it's good quality and a reasonable price. So, did you stitch in the ditch when you put the back on? Yes, I did for this one. Stitch in the ditch, you can see it by the background. Now, what is stitch in the ditch? Okay, that is a question for the sewing verse, but I'll help you guys out. When you, if you're not doing any more quilting and you're finishing it, I put more batting in between because these are just something that I added on to. So you have to have more batting underneath it. And then I put a back on and I kind of pinned it together so everything lays nicely. And you take it to your sewing machine and you do what's called stitch in the ditch. And what this does is just holds everything down. It is important to do. I use the invisible thread for it because I'm not very good at it. And the invisible thread, you can just take a guess how good it is for mistakes. But all you have to do is stitch in the joining creases here. So you stitch this long one up here, stitch all the way down here, and it just holds it down and makes this, you know, stand out a little bit more. You can't really see my stitch lines because On the back I used black bobbin so it doesn't show or anything. And it's I think it's awesome. So that's easy to do. So I sewed all my blocks together. I cut and added my sashing, just plain sashing, so the tulip pink would show up. Added another layer of batting because you don't want the sashing just fabric. And added a backing stitch in the ditch, squared up, and then I added the binding on the outside. So that's all you have to do. We'll be going over all of that in the sewing verse, and we'll get all the details on that as we go through the sewing verse. I'm hoping to do a weekly sewing verse and get you guys going on the sewing to complement your embroidery. So if I can sew like this, you guys can. It just takes a little bit of practice. So look for the sewing verse on how to match up your embroidery design blocks. Head on over to OML Embroidery and pick up the ice cream cone and use make up your own flavors and use your own colors, blues, different colors, country look. There's so much you can do. If you have the dime variegated thread packs, well, have a lot of fun with that because I sure did. I thought it was fantastic. So I just used black and I had a charm square pack of Kona bright colors and easy as pie. So thanks to Karina for all the great cinnamon buns, and now I'm starving and want some for sure. And thanks for letting me show you all the thread and give you guys some ideas. And of course, the sashing is really what would make it, if I had the right colors. I think it would be awesome.
So your ice cream cone runner design comes with the sashing and everything as well, right?
Yes. All the blocks and the sashing. Both sashing, because there's two. We got a long one and we got a short one. So this is the short one that I did. But I wanted to show you guys how easy it is to do the sashing. It would not take you long at all to do a whole line of them. So awesome. So thanks everyone for watching. Please like the video. I hope you liked the video. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.
Bye, everyone.
I really love this. You're going to put it back on the wall, right?